Hello, Radiant Soul. I'm Janessa Finley-Ford. I have to be honest with you, when Felicia asked me to speak on Proverbs 31, I immediately thought I am not qualified nor credible. I am not that woman. And so I really appreciate the opportunity to meet you here in this space where I feel so often it's really easy to see what we aren't. And when I read through Proverbs 31 over and over, trying to pick out what I was going to speak on and what God would want me to convey about this portion of the Bible, I was having a really hard time seeing myself in that. It talks a lot about she gets up at night. Like, I'm not that girl. I like my sleep. And it talks about how she sews garments and works with wool and holds the distaff. And like, I am sporty spice. I am not that girl either. And what I am is the wife who put my relationship on the back burner to pursue career dreams and goals. I am the wife who asserted judgment and assumption over my husband during a time when he needed me the most. And this too, I think, is part of being a Proverbs 31 woman, to make our way to be truly in alignment with what Proverbs 31 sets out for us. There is a learning path. We're given challenges so that we can grow into those characteristics that are given. And I think it's a lot easier to see what we aren't than what we are. And so, in reading this book of Peter Enns that talks about Proverbs being about wisdom, it gave me a new filter to come back to Proverbs and look at. And the part that really stood out to me is in the beginning when it talks about the value of the woman, her worth being more than rubies. And Felicia actually pointed this out to us as well. And I thank her for that because it sparked something between me and God in bringing this message. And what I realized is like our values worth a lot more than this change. This is just the change that I conveniently had because visuals are good. But we have our value, right? That God gives us. And it's full, like it's overflowing. Our value is actually overflowing, but then life happens and we're really upset with our significant other. And we might say some things to a confidant about them that isn't of such great light. And then we feel out of alignment with Proverbs 31 and we give some of our value away. Or something happens with one of our kids, and gosh, there's just the regret and shame that we didn't protect the family the way that we could have. And instead of looking at these situations are actually cultivating the characteristics in Proverbs 31, we make it mean that we're less valuable. And eventually, we kind of just keep giving our value away until we're pouring from an empty cup. And so I think that my message that was given to me to share with everyone about Proverbs 31 is to know your value. Let me put the change back. It might be loud just a second. To know your value, to keep your cup full through God, to live in alignment with the truth that we are so valuable simply because we are made in God's image. And through our discipleship and our refinement and our faith and our strength of coming back when it hurts, when there's shame, when there's regret, but coming back to the truth, we keep filling this cup and then we're able to give from a cup of overflow. So, cheers to Proverbs 31 women. I see you. I know you're doing an amazing job. I know you're leading your family, you're loving your family, and keep it up.